Welcome back to Project Castaway, everybody. Today we are going to be heading over to the Lighthouse Island and going to be trying to find all of the story items there and then building a base at the end all by itself, because I want to make sure that the issues that we were having with this base where we weren't able to add materials if we log out and log back in, I want to make sure that that's not an issue this time. And the reason I'm going to do the story stuff first is that I want to make sure that we get all that done, and then I want to plan out the base, and then I want to just chop down all the freaking trees, like every tree. That way we have it, so we can just go ahead and build as we go and not have to worry about losing progress or having to restart a build this time. So first things first, we have everything we need for the seagull hatchet. So I went ahead and crafted that here. It looks like we're out of rope. I'm going to go ahead and make some before we go. All right, we got plenty of rope, so let's go ahead and get back out on the open ocean. I think the first thing I'm going to do is expand the raft. That way we can start adding stuff to the raft so we can start bringing things back to our main island. All right, here we are back on the Lighthouse Island. There's the big kitty cat. I think what I'm going to do is save it real quick, and then we're going to kill that guy just to get him out of here. All right, I wonder if they've changed these guys at all, because they're kind of crazy, but they'll stop at the water. Of course, the bow and arrow kind of sucks. One. Come on, buddy. Come on. Yeah, they won't really come near the water. That's good, because they're super powerful, man. Come on. There we go. Cool. But I'm going to leave him there because we have meat from where we killed the turtle and that one bird on the other island. So we'll try to remember that he's there so we can get his meat if we need it. If not, actually, you know what? Because we need, there's blueprints that you can get for like leopard spears and stuff. So I want to grab the teeth, actually. We won't worry about the meat going bad. Really don't care. Looks like there is a tire here and a barrel there. If we find one more barrel or one more tire real quick, we can actually go ahead and just add the other spot to that raft and maybe throw a couple things on there. I think first I'm going to put on a storage crate, and then eventually, if we expand out one more, I'll add some like log storage and things like that. But now we can test out this seagull axe and see how many swings it takes to knock down a tree, and then check the bottom to see if there's actually any durability to it. Yeah, I completely forgot to count. Let's do that again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's so nice. 5 chops. It doesn't look like there's durability either. So yeah, that's good. I think I'm going to build here this time and just kind of incorporate this into the build. The plane and all this stuff. I want to do more builds like that instead of building out on the beach. I want to like incorporate the surrounding areas. Okay, it gets so dark in this game so quick. It's only 5:30 and it's already getting dark. All right, there we go. And then we can go ahead and, let's see, storage. All right, let's go ahead and just slap that down right there. And 4 rope, which we have, 4 large sticks, 6 logs, 2 metal sheets. Okay, there we go. Cool. That is done. We can close it. That's pretty nice. Easily jump up and over it. So there was something else that I wanted to add or look at before we actually go to sleep for the night. Yeah, that should work right there. That should work. There we go. Cool. We can easily get underneath of it. That's good. Yeah. That's going to be in our way whenever we sail, but it's fine. That'll be all right. I like it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to sleep. Maybe. It is raining. So yeah. Oh, nope, it just stopped. See, I'm going to go ahead and sleep, and then we'll get started on looking around the island for all the story stuff. Jeez. Freaking Black Widow's in my sleep, dude. Gosh. Didn't even get a full night's sleep. All right, so let's go ahead and start over this way, and just, because I know there's some blueprints here. I want to see what these blueprints are. Plane battery, nice. Plane air filter, cool. 2 air filters. Power cell, 16 power cells. Holy crap. So we need a plane chassis first to be able to actually do anything, I believe. Never were able to get that far on our last playthrough. All right, looks like it's all the blueprints here. So we've got a note here from Lieutenant Jack Thompson. And let's climb up here. Let's go ahead and get up here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Just in case anything comes out to try to bite us while we're reading this. Lieutenant Jack Thompson's note. I found this note. Crash. April 15th, 1944. My name is Lieutenant Jack Thompson, an American fighter pilot. Today, during a mission to Japan, a fierce storm scattered our fleet. I deviated slightly, hoping to find a safer route, but ended up crashing on this uncharted island. Oddly, I feel a strange sense of relief. War had already took my brother, and my grandfather perished in the Great War. I couldn't bear the thought of my pregnant fiancée, Mary O'Connor, losing me too. I hope to find a way to get off this island, back to Mary. I will continue searching and write more about my ordeals as a way to journal this chapter of my life. All right. So you crashed here in the 40s during World War II. Alrighty. So we're somewhere in the Pacific. So there's that. Maybe. Unless this is some kind of alternate dimension, which some of the notes make it seem like some crazy stuff has happened, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. So I'm pretty sure that there is a sequence in which you need to collect the notes, because I know for a fact that eventually out on one of these rocks there's a note. I believe it's over on that side of the island. So let's go over here and take a look. Oh, no, it's here now. Okay, cool. So maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe just however you pick them up, that's the order they go into your book. But all right, let's go ahead and grab this one here. Initial Hope, April 20th, 1944. So that was just 5 days after. It's been 5 days. Well, it's been 5 days since the crash. Okay, could have just read. Oh, there's a spider. Oh, look at that. Gross. I managed to build a signal fire, praying my comrades will see it. Strangely, I'm almost happy about missing the battlefront. Surviving here away from the horrors of war feels like a strange blessing. I think of my beloved fiancée, Mary, and our unborn child, whom I hope will be a girl named Elizabeth. The thought of them fills me with joy and keeps me going. Hunger gnaws at me constantly. I've been eating some of the nearby plants, hoping they're not poisonous. So far, I haven't fallen ill, but the uncertainty is always there. This island, in a way, is my salvation, a chance to escape the bloodshed and live. I dream of the day I'll see my family again, grateful for this unexpected reprieve. Each day is a challenge, but also a gift. Cool, cool. So he's been here for 5 days at this point. Nothing too crazy. He's just hungry, which makes sense. Boop. All right. Let's hide here from all the nasties. All right. Survivor's Guilt, June 1st. So this has been about a month and 10 days, roughly. Isolation is really starting to get to me. I can't shake the guilt of hiding here to save my life while my fellow soldiers face the horrors of war. They are the real brave ones, fighting on the front lines while I ended up stranded on this island. My father never recovered from losing his own father in the Great War, and I vowed to be different. That's what I told myself to justify deviating from our course during the storm. But here I am, feeling like a coward. My brother died with honor in battle, and now I'm just stranded, waiting for a rescue that may never come. The more I think about it, the more I realize that dying in battle might have been the more honorable path. This pathetic existence, scavenging for food and battling my own mind, feels like a poor substitute for the bravery and sacrifice my comrades are showing. It feels like fate, or someone is punishing me for abandoning my duty. War tears families apart, and I wanted to spare mine that pain. But now I fear they may never see me again, and the guilt of surviving when so many brave souls fight on haunts me every day. So he's starting to feel a little bit guilty for doing this, for veering off. But he did crash land, so I mean, I don't know how really guilty he should feel. Oh gosh, what are you? Jerk. Oh, the blueprint here. Meat Smokehouse. Sweet. A meat smokehouse. What is this? Another bottled note? Okay, cool. Hopefully this isn't Jack Thompson here. Probably is. I think it might be. Alrighty, so there are some things up there at the radio tower. I know there's something in here as well. So let's take a look. A blueprint here. There are some spiders or something. There's something over there. What are you? Let's kill it, because it's definitely attacked me before. Oh gosh, got him. Get wrecked. Okay. Blueprint. Small metal shelf. Let's take a look at these real quick. Small metal shelf. So this is the one that can go on a wall. I think we built that in the last season. I believe so. The Meat Smokehouse. So smoke meat to cook it slower and make it last longer. We'll definitely be doing that in the new base over here. All right, so what does this note have for us here? Note 4, Memories and Dreams, July 10th, 1944. So that was another month and 10 days after the last one. Brooklyn seems like a lifetime ago. I often find myself drifting down memory lane, recalling the vibrant life I once had. I can almost hear the crack of the bat as Johnny Romano hit another home run at Yankee Stadium. The crowd erupting in cheers. The smell of fresh pretzels from the street vendors mixed with the city's unique aroma is something I long for every day. Those were simpler times, full of life and promise. I think about my friends from the old neighborhood. Tommy and I used to play stickball in the streets until the sun went down. Sally with her golden hair and bright yellow laugh, who I secretly adored in school. I wonder where they are now, if they're safe, if they think about those carefree days too. I dream of a future world without war, where peace and progress reign. Maybe someday we'll have flying cars or colonies on the moon. It's a wild thought, but it gives me hope. I picture myself in that future, walking with Mary and her daughter Elizabeth, marveling at the wonders of a peaceful world. These dreams keep me sane, give me something to hold on to. Every night here is a battle against loneliness. The isolation gnaws at me, slowly chipping away at my spirit. Sometimes I hear whispers in the dark, the wind rustling through the trees, or maybe it's just my mind playing tricks on me. The stars above remind me how vast the world is, yet here I am, confined to this tiny island. The nights are the hardest. I lie awake, staring at the sky, trying to silence the doubts and fears. I think about my father, a stern but loving man who never recovered from losing his father in the Great War. He always told me to be brave, to stand tall. I wonder what he would think of me now. Would he see a coward hiding from the world, or a son trying to survive against the odds? So now he's starting to reminisce about growing up and things, which I don't know what kind of, or what the progress of giving up that would be. So here's this here. The trident. What? Trident. Makeshift trident. Not quite as good as Poseidon's trident, but the next best thing. So there's another one there, but first I want to come in this cave and grab these blueprints in here. There's a Komodo dragon right there I need to watch out for too, because that boy will poison me. Leather chair and Oasis seasoning. Leather chair. For leather, a bit more comfortable than a wood chair. Well, probably, yeah. Oasis seasoning. Seasoning used to improve meat, so we can do that. I don't really know what kind of effect that has, or if it would even have an effect. I'm going to head back to our bed because we're going to need to sleep here soon. And we'll just go ahead and read this on the way back. Poem for my daughter. August 5th, 1944. So this one was a little bit under a month after the last one. I wrote a poem for my daughter Elizabeth and for Mary. Elizabeth should be born by now, and it breaks my heart to think that I may never see her. This poem is my way of apologizing for repeating the sins of my grandfather and for not being there for them. My dearest Elizabeth, though I may never see, know that your father loves you endlessly. My heart breaks for the moments we'll never share. For your first steps, your first words, I won't be there. I dream of your laughter, your tiny hand in mine. But fate has placed me in this cruel bind. I fought to survive, to one day hold you tight, but I fear my struggle may never see the light. Mary, my love, please be strong and brave. Tell Elizabeth her father's heart she saved. Though I regret leaving the fight behind, my deepest sorrow is being confined. I regret leaving the fight, but my sorrow runs deeper knowing I might never see them again. The guilt eats at me daily, but my love for them is what keeps me going. I hope one day they'll understand and forgive me. Alright, let's go ahead and get this note here. Let's go ahead and grab this blueprint real quick before I read that. Zephyr seasoning. More seasoning. Seasoning used to improve bird meat. I think that's what we used last time. Note 6, paranoia. October 20th, 1944. I've lost all sense of time. The days blur together in a haze of fear and confusion. Paranoia has its claws deep in me. Objects I know I placed carefully disappear and reappear in the strangest places. At night, the island whispers to me. Voices carried by the wind that sound almost human. The stench of my own unwashed body is a constant reminder of how long I've been here. Wouldn't you just, I'd just jump into the ocean and rinse off, right? That's what I would do. I haven't had a proper shower in months. The grime and sweat cling to my skin, and I can't escape it. I've seen jaguars prowling the island, creatures that shouldn't be here. I question my sanity with each passing day. This island is not what I expected. It's turning me into someone I barely recognize. Hunting for food has become a tedious, almost futile effort. I spend hours trying to catch fish, but the lagoon yields little. Foraging for edible plants feels like a gamble, and the hunger gnaws at me constantly. Each day I grow more desperate, the meager meals doing little to stave off my starvation. The nights are the worst. Cold seeps into my bones, and my makeshift shelter offers little protection against the elements. I shiver through the long hours, unable to sleep. Every rustle in the bushes, every snap of a twig feels like a threat. The island is alive with sounds that set my nerves on edge. I'm constantly on high alert, heart racing at the slightest sound. This island, once my refuge, has become my prison, and it's breaking me. Piece by piece, my mind is unraveling, and I fear I'm losing the battle against my own sanity. The isolation, the hunger, the fear, they're all wearing me down. How much longer can I endure this hell? So that was a couple months, two months after the last note. So he's starting to slow down on his journaling there. So sticky note. Oh, there's a towered note here. Yes. Good, good, good. Okay, we'll read that one eventually. We won't worry about that one right now because this episode is all about Lieutenant Jack Thompson. So what's this here? Another towered note. Good, good. These flags here. Here's another one of Jack's notes. Anything around here? No. I think there's a blueprint back here. Yeah. Elite bird snare. So I wonder if this one would catch more birds. That's not what I wanted to do. An easy way to catch birds with a higher probability than a normal bird snare. Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't know what the difference on those would be. I think each of them should have like their own unique thing. Like the one that we built over wherever we were, that way, wherever it was, allowed you just to pick everything up at once, which was nice. You didn't have to pick it up off the ground. But that one there, I don't know if that one's going to have kind of like the same effect. I wish they would have something to where you could catch multiple birds at once. Old blueprint. Extension belt. Adds 2 new tool slots to the backpack when equipped. Oh, we're going to need that. So, because right now we can only carry 3 things, so we'll be able to carry 5. Ooh, that'll be really nice. We're definitely going to do that before we start building. There's Wilson again. What's up, buddy? Put you in here so you don't blow off. Just kidding. You have to stay right here. Sorry. So there's the snake bracelet. We'll take that back down in a second. What was that? Protozyme spray? What? A natural pesticide used to deal with loud pests like snails or beetles. I've never really had an issue with those, but okay. There's another journal page here. Okay, so we got 2 more journal pages to read. Note 7, War and Artifacts. Date unknown. I wonder if the war has ended. How old am I now? The days blend into one long nightmare, and I've lost track of time. I found strange artifacts, pieces of pottery, old tools, and carvings in the rocks that suggest others were stranded here long before me. Were they rescued, or did they meet the same fate I fear awaits me? I have attempted to sail on makeshift rafts, hoping to escape this cursed island, but they are flimsy, barely holding together long enough to reach neighboring islands, let alone sturdy enough to attempt crossing the vast Pacific. Each failed attempt drains more of my hope, leaving me feeling more trapped than ever. I'm getting sicker, and my will to live fades with each passing day. The hunger, the isolation, the constant fear, they're all wearing me down. I've even resorted to burning some of the artifacts I found for fuel, feeling a strange guilt for destroying these remnants of other lost souls. The island is my prison, and I fear it's also my grave. I've started to wonder if it would be better to end it all, to find a way out of this relentless suffering. But even in my darkest moments, I think of Mary and Elizabeth. I can't bear the thought of them not knowing what happened to me. Everywhere I look, I see reminders of those who came before. Were they as desperate as I am now? Did they find a way off this island, or did they succumb to the same hopelessness that's consuming me? The carvings in the rocks, the scattered tools, they all tell a story of survival and despair. This island, once my refuge, has become a hellish trap. I fear I'm losing the battle against my own mind. The thoughts of escape, of seeing my family again, are the only things keeping me from giving in completely. But how much longer can I hold on? How much more can I endure before I break completely? Okay, so I brought the snake bracelet back down here so we can actually take it back to our other base whenever we head that way. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to set up just like a little fire here. That way we can actually warm up, because the rain is making us cool down a good bit. And I need some place where I can actually come back and warm up after it rains while we're building. So we'll go ahead and just hang out by the fire and warm up. I think we've got one more of Lieutenant Thompson's notes. We'll go ahead and read this one, and I believe after this we need to find the items that he left behind. So note 8, Last Wishes. Date unknown. I've lost track of time entirely. The days, months, and years have blurred together into an endless haze. If anyone finds these notes, please return my belongings to Mary O'Connor and my daughter Elizabeth in Brooklyn. Tell them I love them with all my heart, and that I'm sorry for everything. My final wish is for my story to reach them, even if I never do. I hope they find peace and happiness, even if I cannot. In my desperation, I've hidden my belongings across the island. I know it's hypocritical after burning other artifacts for fuel, but I'm desperate. These items are precious to me, and I hope they are treated with the care I failed to show. Among them, you'll find my locket, a signed baseball card from Johnny Romano, and a copy of my letter to my daughter, Elizabeth. Mary, my love, and Elizabeth, my little girl, I hope you find joy in this cruel world. Though I may be gone, my love remains in your hearts, through joy and pains. Those two are, this right here is a repeat of what he just wrote. This is my last plea, my final testament. May my story serve as a reminder of the horrors of war and the cost of survival. I hope it brings some closure to my beloved Mary and little Elizabeth. Remember me not for my failures, but for my love and my desperate hope to see you again. Oh gosh! Jerk. This is a very sad moment, you jerk. Ruined it. Jeez. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn that off. And I'm going to go ahead and look for the things that he left behind. I believe I remember where two of them were. The last time we couldn't find the note that he wrote. I think I speculated last time that this little note right here was the note, but I don't know. I don't know. Ow. So over here around this is where I believe that the baseball card is. Oh, there's something up there. Interesting. Doing some rock climbing in the rain. Nothing bad could ever come from this. It's this baseball card. Okay, so there's the baseball card. Lieutenant J. Thompson's baseball card. So Johnny Romano. All right. So I was just thinking, you know, if you were stranded on an island like this and you decided to leave behind belongings, so if somebody were to find it, go away. Oh, I took the bug repellent and it ran away. Look at that. It works. Anyway, if you were to leave behind stuff for people to find, wouldn't you just put it all in one secure location with all of the notes instead of hiding them around the island? I mean, maybe hiding the notes around the island is a good idea, because the chances of somebody running across them. Ooh, I see another one up there. Okay, cool. The chances of somebody running across them are greater, but putting all of your valuable things that you want them to find in a different location is kind of weird. But, you know, who knows? I'm not stranded on an island, so I wouldn't know. Locket. There we go. Lieutenant J. Thompson's locket. So there's his wife, Mary. So was that? Yeah, 90%. So we still need to find the last thing, the last note to Elizabeth, his daughter. Okay, so I searched around the entire island and was not able to find any trace of the note to our daughter. So I'm going to go ahead and start building. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to plan everything out first, obviously. And then I'm going to chop down every freaking tree I can see. I'm going to leave some around here to make it feel enclosed, but this field over here of trees, this whole section here will probably end up getting chopped down. I'm thinking having the entrance right here and kind of go around the plane here and kind of like a U shape, and leaving the inside of it open so we can see the plane there. So that's kind of the idea. So I'm going to go ahead and put the platforms down first, and then we'll just move on from there. Okay, so I can't build anywhere close to this. So I was kind of hoping to bring this back this way, but it's not going to let me. So what I think I'm going to do is I might put a staircase here and bring it up and kind of come over the back of this and maybe put a room over the back of this maybe. But this is kind of how the front of this is going to look. I want the staircase to be right here. Let's actually go ahead and just add that in there. So kind of right in the center there. And then this will all be like kind of like our front area here, where it looks like we're actually is like going to be lived in, which is going to be really nice. I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and just build this, and then we'll just move on from there and see how we can design this. So another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this here. I need 4 leather. Hopefully we can find that on the island here, and a spring. So I need to actually set up some of the tanning racks so we can actually make that, so we can actually carry more items. I'm actually going to work on that after I do the base of the base of the base, the floor of the base. Sure. The structural foundation. I don't know. Just call it the base because it's the bottom of the base. All right. So that is done. That looks really nice there. I like that a lot, actually, especially from back here. It's going to look really cool once it's, I think probably 1, maybe 2 stories. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I am going to go ahead and add there, the tanning station. Let's go ahead and put that there. Those rope in it. And I need how many large sticks? 6. Okay. So we'll get that. Then we'll go kill some Komodo dragons to get their skin so we can start working towards that, that new belt. All right, cool. So that's done there. So let's go ahead and go look for the Komodo dragon. They should be out on the beach somewhere. I think I remember there being one over here, and I'm not sure how many hide it's going to give us per, but I think we need 4, right? 4 total. I need rope too, so I'll need to make a spinning wheel, but that's fine. We can work on that too. There he is. See ya. There we go. Let's go ahead and kill him. There's 1, 2. Oh, you running away? Pansy. There we go. Okay, so we get 2 per. Sweet. So let's get these started. I know they take a while to complete. I think 24 hours in game or something like that. So we can only do 1 per day, but that's fine as long as we're getting them done, because I really want to use this belt. I believe that we found it last season as well, but we just never actually crafted it because the game broke and I got mad and quit. So, but it's fine. Hopefully we'll get it this time. And boom, 23 hours, 58 minutes. Cool. But I think what I'm going to do until we can start, or until we can sleep again, is go ahead and look for another one. I'm pretty sure I saw one. There's plenty of turtles, which we should honestly go ahead and kill because we were going to need a water collector too. So let's actually go ahead and do that. I'd like to incorporate it into like the stuff that's around here. Yeah, maybe like right in this area here. So we'll work on those over time as well. You know what I'm thinking, actually? What I'm going to do is... we found that, what is it? The meat smoker? Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this because if I do this, I can actually go ahead and start cooking up the meat that we've got instead of letting it go to waste. So that'll be simple to build too. So the torch is done, so I'm going to go get that lit. Give us a little bit of light here. Cool, so the spinning wheel's done. And so the rest of these in here. Boom, it's done. Cool. So unfortunately it's raining, so we can't actually light the fire. That sucks. But I'm going to go ahead and slap the meat on there. Hopefully it doesn't go bad while it's sitting there. Probably will. But then we can smoke this and have it for a lot longer than we normally would have. Oh, look at that. Came right over to the base. Where you jerk. What are you going to do? Huh? Jerk. Oh. There we go. Sweet. Okay, cool. I don't like where this is sitting at. I don't want it to like phase through the rock or anything. Come on. There we go. Cool. All right. Actually, we can go ahead and start the fire now. Go ahead and start the fire. See how long this lasts and see how long this will take for this to smoke. 39 hours. That's how long this is going to last, and these will take a while. Okay. We also finished all this stuff down here, and that one's got a little bit longer to go. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and get designing this top part here. We're going to put a window here, window there, window, window. Probably a window there, put a wall there, wall, wall, and wall. Should I do a second floor? Should I? I don't know. I don't know if it'll look good with a second floor, to be honest. No, I'm not going to do a second floor. So we'll do this here, and we'll use this back here for our bed. We'll put it back in there, and because we don't need that much space, especially with this out here. We've got like all of our stuff just kind of built into the surroundings here to kind of hide it and make it look more natural. So we'll put a roof on this obviously as well. So we only need 24 more logs. That's really not too bad. We'll eventually do a big build, kind of like we did last season where I built a hotel. We'll figure out something different to do. Not really sure what, but if you have suggestions for what I should build, let me know in the comments and I'll try to make it happen. Okay, so we got this frame done. Unfortunately, I'm going to need to go ahead and hurry up and add a roof because this keeps going out every time it rains. So that kind of sucks. So what I'm going to do is, oops, wrong thing. Oh, we also have a piece of leather now. Wait, where's it at? Right here. So one of those is finished. This one's still got 11 hours and 33 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding the roof. There we go. Cool. Just made this a normal roof here all the way across there, and I just added just a flat roof right here for where our bed's going to be. So what's the damage? 28 palm fronds, 28 large sticks. Not bad at all. So let's go ahead and get this built because I'd like to get this meat done. I don't want this meat in our backpack to go bad. I'd like to be able to get that on there. But luckily we've got a ton of palm fronds over here where I've been stacking them up from cutting down the trees. So, okay, the palm fronds are done. And 28 large sticks. Before we do that, I'm going to make another one of these so we can get this done quicker. I'm tired of waiting on it, to be completely honest. Standing station. And let's put this one like right... Actually, I don't want to block that off. I'm actually using this right now to store banana leaves, which is pretty sweet. You know, let's put this one over here. Just kind of make it just look like a part of everything again. So 6 sticks there. So we need 34 total large sticks. Cool. Boom, boom. It's done. Inside of it's done. Nice. So happy. All right, I'm going to put some lights in here And then we're going to put the bed in here. And then hopefully by that point in time, we might be able to sleep. I doubt it, but you know, it's worth a shot here. So let's see here. Elevated bed. Put this back here in the, actually that's backwards. There we go. Put that back here. And need 4 rope. Got 3. No biggie. We can get that. Palm fronds and large sticks. Not a big deal. Okay. And lights. Let's see here. You know, let's get them in the corners for now. We'll kind of see where we need to go here. We'll get one back here as well. And probably one right here. All right, cool. So the bed's done, all of the lights are done, and the sun's about to come up. So only a couple more things that I want to do in this episode. I think we built everything but the new bird snare that we found and the trident. So we haven't built the leather chair either, but that takes 4 leather, and I'm not going to waste my leather on that right now. So the elite bird snare. I'm going to build this. I'm going to put this bad boy right here, like right out in front here. Put that rope on it. Large stick, metal scrap, metal sheet. Cool. Not too bad. Not too bad. This has still got 21 hours and this has got 9 hours. So this stuff also has quite a while. It's only halfway done, but it did keep shutting off because of the rain before the roof was built. So that should be done fairly quick. So let's go ahead and build this and also the trident. I'm going to build the trident maybe after we build the belt, the extension for the belt, so we can actually carry it. And then maybe we can actually fish. Of course, I haven't really seen many fish yet in the ocean. Of course, we haven't spent much time out there, so I don't know if you can actually go down there and spear them. Maybe it'd be better for the sharks, which we also need to do because there's also a shark axe that I'd like to make. All right, boom. Okay, so that's done there. So wait for a bird to fall in the snare, just like everything else. Okay, I'm going to throw this up in here. Use this as our little storage area. Cool. And yeah, we'll wait to see how that works. Hopefully it's better than the other ones. I don't expect it to actually be able to catch more than 1, which sucks, but that's fine. So what do we need for this trident? 3 silver ingot. Okay, so I can't actually make that yet. I don't have silver ingots. Let me look around the island and see if there's any tin and silver, because if there's tin and silver, I might be able to go ahead and do that real quick. But if there's not, we might have an issue. Oh, there's Wilson. Crap. You rolled all the way down here. Oh, I also need to find springs, because we need a spring for the belt. So we need to actually search around anyway to try to find like a mattress maybe. Possibly the car that's over here. I don't know if it would have springs in it or not, but we're going to need a spring. Hey, there's some silver ore. Okay, so we can actually do it. Silver, we still need tin though. We can't just throw it in there by itself. Here's a sofa. I assume there's going to be springs in this. No. Oh, there's leather right there. Oh my gosh. Look at that. We got enough leather. I'm going to leave this stuff here because we don't need it right now. No springs though. I mean, must be a weird sofa. A lot of sofas have springs in them, right? At least the old ones did, what I can remember, right? They used to have springs in them, or am I crazy? Okay, so I've been clear around the island and haven't found any springs. So what I'm probably going to do is head back to our main island and go ahead and grab the things that we need for that, because we got the leather. I'm going to go ahead and head back to the other island. I think we've got silver there as well. I'm going to grab the spring, grab the silver, and then head back over here. Okay, so we're back over here. I actually don't have any silver here, but I do have the spring. So let's go ahead and make this. Craft extension belt added to backpack. Okay. So I wonder, does that look any different then? I can't really tell, to be honest. But let's go ahead and see if we can actually pick anything up. Inventory full. Oh, apply. Okay. So down here it adds 2 more spots. Sweet. Let's go ahead and take the granite pickaxe. So we're going to need that to get the silver. And I've got the tin. So we got to go back over. We got to build a furnace and smelt the silver. So let's go ahead and get back over to the, let me take those, just because, get back over here and craft the trident, and then maybe try to kill a shark. What is going on? We keep getting stuck on nothing out here. The raft will just come to a stop, like right there. See, it just stopped. And then it goes. What is going on? There's an issue with that. I was just jumping on it, which makes it kind of wonky, so I probably broke something. That's probably my fault, but that's okay. All right, we finally made it back. Let's go ahead and get this furnace built and make this trident. Oh, I just realized this actually caught a bird while we were gone. Let's see if this picks anything up. No. It's, yeah, okay. So, I don't know. I don't really... The cage one would probably be the best. It's just expensive, but just the cheapest one would probably be the easiest. because you can't catch more than one bird at a time. So unless this catches them quicker, but yeah, I don't really know. I would just stick with the easiest one, to be completely honest. All right, cool. That is done. Add those small sticks in there. We'll go ahead and just put this tin in here, or this, yeah, these tin in here. And get this just prepared. Boy, you know how hard it is to find stones on the ground out there in the dark? Not very fun. I'm going to go ahead and go grab the silver, and we'll go ahead and start on this here. Is this stuff done? It is. Look at that. Cool. So let's go ahead and slap this chicken on there. So I only need 3 pieces. Okay, that should be plenty. I also just saw a shark out there, right there. I can barely see it. It's right out there. So we'll come back over here once we get this trident built and kill a shark. All right, let's go ahead and get this silver in here. Add more fuel. There we go. And there we go. 11 minutes and we'll have some silver. All right, 3 silver ingots done. Then we can craft that and we can carry it. So let's get over to it here. Let's see what this looks like. There we go. Oh, nice. I'm stuck. Hold on a second. There we go. Cool. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to sleep here in a little bit. Then we're going to go we're going to hit a shark. We're going to hunt the shark down. Come on. You not? So you can't hit stuff on land with it? Okay. Can I throw it? Haha! Get wrecked, douchebag. Okay. So we are back over on this side of the island. There's the shark. There he is. All right. Let's go ahead and kill this bad boy. And get all of his goodies. I think you get a fin and maybe some teeth. Oh, there's 2 of them. Oh, they're both coming. Oh, gosh. Come on. Oh, they won't come too close. That's good. Wait. Is that not doing any damage to him? Oh, no! Oh, no, we just lost our spear. Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. And I'm almost dead. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, gosh. That's not good at all. Okay, well, that was a big, massive fail. All right, I just saved it before that, so I'm probably going to reload it. But that's what we're going to call this episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave me some suggestions for maybe some builds I can do in the future. So thank you again, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.